There we go, with the fish on.
Louisiana redfish at its best.
Rooster on the wild coast.
Florida Keys bonefish on the Hobie.
Hobie Outdoor Adventures proudly presents the inaugural season of the Hobie Bass Open Series, anchored by Power Pole. The Hobie Bass Open at Kentucky Lake is one of the many events in the Hobie Bass Open Series that provide a true open format and an elite feel for kayak anglers across the country. In 2019, the winner of each event qualified to represent Team USA at the most prestigious event in international kayak fishing, the Hobie Fishing Worlds, and the top 6 finishers of each event earned a limited spot to compete in the Tournament of Champions, the culminating event of the series where the 50 best anglers battle it out one final time for big cash payouts and all the glory.
We're back at beautiful Kentucky Lake, Calvert City, Kentucky, for the Hobie Bass Open Series. We actually moved away from our normal June tournament and moved it into May. We wanted to see what kind of opportunities that would provide the anglers and how that's going to affect our overall totals and who's atop the leaderboard when it's all said and done.
Yeah, since 2015 I've been out here. Won it the first year I competed, and then 2018 I won it again as well.
Yeah, so what's at stake here and what would that mean?
It's another world qualifier, so try and keep it in my lake.
So I have fished every one of these tournaments since it started. I think 2013 was the very first one. I've been very fortunate. I've had at least a top 20 finish every tournament so far. And I've been fortunate enough to win this event. The last 2 years I've got 5th place. I won the Iaconelli Celebrity Pro-Am last year, so I'll leave for Australia. I'm gonna be over there for 2 weeks for Hobie Worlds 8. This will be my 2nd trip to Worlds. I'd love to get a qualification spot and go to Hobie Worlds 9. It's the pinnacle of kayak fishing, it's the Hobie Worlds event, so I'm gonna give it my all.
The Hobie Bass Open Series is a catch, photo, and release bass fishing tournament. We are doing 5 fish each day. On Kentucky Lake, you can catch largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass. Anglers are going to turn those fish into the iAngler Tournament app, and I'm going to judge those fish to give them their best total length over 5 fish each day, 10 total fish over the course of this tournament.
We're here for my 6th year at my favorite event of the year, the Hobie Bass Open in Kentucky Lake. Well, I hope it's a little different from last year where I had a great pre-fish and didn't do very well in tournament day. I had a lousy pre-fish and I'm going to do good tomorrow.
I can't express to you how much that means to be able to be on the United States team, go to the Hobie Worlds, and that's what this particular tournament's all about, is trying to get that first place finish and try to get to go to Hobie Worlds.
Last year I took 2nd. I got a chance to go to Hobie Worlds, number 8 in Australia this year. 2nd place doesn't get you there this year, so they've taken that off the plate. So really you're gunning for number 1, and to win this event, I mean, it puts you on the pinnacle of the bass fishing ladder right here. I mean, everybody that comes here is top notch and one of the best bass fishermen in the country on the kayak. So to win this and put yourself on the stage up on number 1 is a big prize.
How many have we had now? 4 or 5? 6. Yeah, I think I've made 6 in a row. So it's awesome. This is probably my favorite tournament of the year. It's well ran. A lot of the same folks come back to fish it, so I know a lot of people, and it's always a good time here.
The weather's going to be the deciding factor, I think. Wind's going to pick up all weekend long, and there's supposed to be a pretty good system coming in Sunday with rain, wind, and everything else. So I think if you can put in a good bag on Saturday and then possibly get out Sunday and get a few more, you got a good chance at it.
Sunday is going to be rough. I'm not thinking about Sunday. I've had a couple guys bring up the weather for that day, and I just told them to shut up.
For more information about the 2020 Hobie Bass Open Series, please visit HobieBOS.com. Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Gerber Fishing Gear, Fish Beyond, Loran's, Find, Navigate, Dominate, And by Power Pole Micro Anchor. Swift, silent, secure, and small. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures and the coverage of the 2019 Hobie Bass Open Series. Today is the first day of the 2019 season on the legendary fishery of Kentucky Lake. We start off the coverage with the 2016 Hobie Bass Open champion, Ron Champion from Richmond Hill, Georgia.
Oh yeah. That's how it's supposed to work. That's a solid fish.
Fish come right off the edge of that little rock where that grass and rock kind of come together. It's a perfect spot. That's a good fish.
No, don't go nowhere.
Tail was there, identifier. All right, good. 17 and a half. I've been going for 2 hours. I got 2 fish. So if I can get my 3 more keepers in here, I'm gonna slowly start working my way out, and I'm gonna hit the ledges. I got some better fish out there. They're really scattered, so hopefully I can finish my limit up in here and then go out and get some better fish.
We can now check in with Joe Kamyatik from Raleigh, North Carolina. Joe has been competing in the Hobie Bass Open in the past few years, and in 2018, he came very close to being the champion, but lost to veteran Tyson Peterson.
Oh, that's a good fish. Stay on. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah! That is what we're looking for. That is what we had Wednesday. That is what we're looking for right there. So that's going to be 19 and a half. All right. Let's get a selfie of you and me because we had a dinner date today. Bye-bye.
Now let's check in with Jeff Fader of Cairo, Michigan. Jeff just started to figure out the pattern and picked up an 18 1/4 for upgrade.
I skunked 2 days, Thursday and Friday, so it feels pretty good to be out here catching them right now. I've got 4. I certainly could use a couple upgrades on 2 of them. I know where I've got to find the bigger ones. That's 2 in a row. I found tucked way up in shade, so I'm certainly going to utilize that. It's weird because this is a sunny bank and the water's warm, but I'm finding that on these rocky areas it has to be a steep drop, and they're hanging out in the shade up top. So I just figured that out. So I'm gonna work it until I need to get off the water.
Good to go. Thank you, buddy.
That's one thing I love about Hobie. It is the best kayak on the water, if you ask me. I mean, hands down, just everything about them, the company, the service, the product, you name it. I mean, it speaks for itself. So many people wind up in one eventually anyway, so it's just a testament to what they do.
The father and son duo, Jim and Jackson Orr from Fort Wayne, Indiana, are spending quality time together fishing in Kentucky Lake. This is their 2nd year fishing in the Hobie Bass Open.
We've only been down here for about 2 days prior to today. Jackson's a sophomore in high school, so he can't miss a lot of school, so we don't get a lot of pre-fishing time in, but all the ramps that we did go to pre-fishing, this turned out to be the best of anything we were at, and we got skunked at the other 3, so we decided to come back here today. When you guys got here, I got that 19 1/4 here out of the bush, and this one here was 15 1/4, so I'm feeling a lot better about it right now.
It's awesome. It's awesome to see him catch fish. It's just awesome to share the same passion and like do what we love together and be able to connect through that. Man, I started kayak fishing about almost 3 years ago. Joe Armstrong, he's on the Hobie fishing team, got me into it. And ever since that, I've started doing tournaments, and I've loved it ever since.
After check-in, anglers competed in the Daiwa casting contest, where they had 3 chances to flip a lure into a target for points. The winner took home a sweet rod and reel combo.
3 points. Wow, that's it. You're champion of the first ever. Big hand for Daiwa.
Time to weigh in for the first day of the 2019 Hobie Bass Open Series at Kentucky Lake. When you bring top kayak anglers together, it's always a friendly but fierce competition. And just like today, there's a tie for first place. Eric Siddiqui and Kristine Fischer both had a 5-fish limit and a total length of 89.25 inches. Coming in third is Chuck Russell. He had a total length of 88.75, only half an inch short from the leaders.
It's pretty good. I took third at this event last year, and I've wanted to win this one for quite a while. So it does feel pretty good, but I know I need to put it together and make it happen 2 days in a row. And that's there's some really good sticks right behind me, and there's a lot of good people in the top 10, top 20. So it could be anybody's game.
I was able to win Table Rock last year, and I saw her come up right behind me, and I was pretty worried I was able to hold on and win it, but she's not one you want that close to you, for sure.
Hobie Outdoor Adventures will be right back with the final day of the 2019 Hobie Bass Open Series at Kentucky Lake. Hobie Outdoor Adventures has been brought to you by Railblaza. Hold everything with Railblaza. Hobie Polarized. Trusted, quality, heritage. And by St. Croix Rod. Best rods on earth. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures and the inaugural season of the Hobie Bass Open Series anchored by Power Pole. The competition is very tight. Eric and Kristine are tied for first place, and it's only a 5-inch total length that separated the top 5 in day 1. Now, let's begin the final day of the tournament with one of the leaders from day 1, Kristine Fischer.
I got a limit by like 7 o'clock, all in the little grass fingers out there in between the 3 creeks. Those fish were kind of loaded up there. I caught them on a spinnerbait, a buzzbait, a caffeine shad. There we go. Oh no, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. Yes. Stay on. Stay on, baby, stay on. Oh, that's a good fish. I need him. Yes. Woo. Good. He looked a lot bigger when he jumped, but I'll take it. Whew. Gosh, it feels good. I caught 2 big ones off that yesterday. That's important. That's 17. Thank you. I know last year I was the first female to ever break the top 5. That was pretty cool. I have a lot of people rooting for me and wanting that to happen, and my women's kayak fishing group, so I'm gonna do my best to make them proud. Just came up a little short last year. I am submitting my fish. So realistically, I'd like to cull. I've got a 14 3/4, a 15, a 15 1/4, a 16 1/4, and a 17. I think I need to cull probably 4 fish. From what the radar looked like, I didn't think as far south as I am was gonna get hit as hard, and it allowed me to fish more. And so I kind of had a feeling that there'd be big fish up shallow down south, and I've had to drive 2 hours every single day to get here, there and back, and get up at like 3 in the morning, but I mean, I hope it's worth it. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I'm gonna lose it. No, I'm not. That'll cull, but not a lot. Well, maybe it won't, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Nope.
Let's check in with Cody Milton. He's in 8th place on day 1. Cody started off in Kentucky Lake in the morning and came to Barkley at around noon.
I actually got pretty lucky. I went after just a pretty normal community hole, kind of by Kentucky Dam Marina, and ended up catching like 86 inches in probably 2 hours. This is where the big females had been for me, as far as, I think we caught like a 21-inch smallmouth in practice, a 22-inch largemouth, and I'm hoping, we still got like 20 minutes left, but I've got some ground to make up at this point, but we'll see how it goes.
Eric Siddiqui was on top of the day 1 leaderboard, but he's having a hard time getting a bite today.
It's been a grind. I didn't even catch a fish until 10. And I've just been grinding it out, moving around. It's been a really tough day. I really didn't think I was gonna get 5, so I'm pretty happy to get that last one. Oh God. Oh, I don't think it's big enough. I don't think it's big enough. It's not. I don't know if you know it's big enough to call. Exactly the size of my smallest.
Coming up next, it's time to crown the 2019 Hobie Bass Open Series champion. Stay tuned. Hobie Outdoor Adventures has been brought to you by Daiwa, advancing the sport of fishing, Scotty, the way to fish, and by AFTCO, American Fishing Tackle Company. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. There were plenty of fish caught throughout the event, but the anglers who caught the larger ones found most of them in shallow water. 100 anglers turned in over 720 fish, and a total of over 700 inches of fish were caught and released in 2 days. The weigh-in for the 2019 Hobie Bass Open is underway. We're about to find out who'll get to represent Team USA at the Hobie Fishing Worlds 9, and the top 6 finishing anglers will earn a highly coveted spot in the Tournament of Champions.
What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and call up the top 10 anglers, and then we're gonna work down one by one.
We now boil down to the top 3 anglers. Eric Siddiqui came up just a little short today and ended up in 3rd place with a total length of 169.5.
One of these anglers put up 99 inches today, and that's strong on any body of water, all over the country at any time of the year. Your champion for the Hobie Bass Open Series on Kentucky Lake, with a total of 178 inches for 2 days, including a 20-inch kicker at the end of the day, taking home $5,300, is Kristine Fischer.
Kristine Fischer of Weeping Water, Nebraska is the first woman to win any Hobie tournament. She will represent Team USA at the Hobie Fishing Worlds 9 later this year.
Last year said I was the first female to ever break the top 5, and that was kind of the last thing on my mind. And I guess I'd never really thought of that until last night, when I had so many women messaging me from all over the country, women I didn't even know, saying how incredible it was, how inspiring it was. And so it kind of makes me realize that just because I don't think of it like that, as being the first female to do this or that, it's more impactful and it's bigger than me. And it's a really neat thing to be a part of. So I'm pretty happy about that. It kind of gave me a new perspective on that and that whole topic.
And here is the top 10 anglers of the 2019 Hobie Bass Open Series at Kentucky Lake. The top 6 competitors of the event also qualified for the Tournament of Champions on Arkansas's Lake Ouachita. They'll have the opportunity to showcase their skills to the nation and compete for the toughest title in kayak fishing and for the final qualifying spot for the Hobie Fishing World's 9. Anglers are also fishing for $40,000 in cash payouts. Congratulations to all kayak anglers, and special thanks to Kentucky Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Calvert City, and Kentucky Dam Village State Resort Park for their kind hospitality and immeasurable contribution to the tournament. And don't forget, if you fish for bass and also enjoy kayak fishing, check out the Hobie Bass Open Series, a national tournament series that gives anglers an opportunity to compete for big prizes and cash. You can fish from any kayak, pedal, or paddle. Whether you're brand new to fishing or an old pro, we welcome you to fish with us. Our events are all about the fun and camaraderie of the kayak fishing community, but they also offer an elite platform for anglers to compete. For more information about the Hobie Bass Open Series, visit HobieBOS.com. See you next week on a new episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures.